Hello, this is the Haunted Informer, and today I'm giving you my review of Pennhurst Asylum for 2020. Starting off my experience at Pennhurst Asylum, they had mobile signage telling you to wear a mask and social distance. There was also announcements on loudspeakers telling you to abide by the new regulations and do all that, wear a mask and social distance. And they had a couple porta potties there if you had to go to the bathroom before you went through security, and they would check your temperature before you could go to the security, and I was all good. And then I went to security, and they make sure you don't have any metal objects in your pockets, and they scan you with a wand. And then I went up, and you walk on a lit trail up to the Pennhurst Asylum, walk up to the ticket booth. It's very cool because you get to actually walk past some of the old buildings on the property. I thought it was very eerie and creepy and really set the tone for the attraction. I walked up to the ticket booth, and there are mobile lines, and they asked me if I had an e-ticket, and I showed them that I had a printed out ticket already, and they said, go ahead, go to that line. I went to the e-ticket line, and they gave me my ticket. This hand sanitizer station is right next to the exit of the administration building, so you actually see people exiting the haunt there, scared and talking about their experiences, so that was a lot of fun to see. And there were some roaming actors at Pennhurst this year. There was a roaming actor who had a container of hand sanitizer, like a barrel, and then he walked up towards me and he said, "Give me your hands." And then I gave him my hands, I put my hands out, and then he put some hand sanitizer in it and I used it. So that was cool. And all the characters had masks on. Every actor had a mask on. There was another roaming doctor who actually was holding a clipboard, and he was following a female patient with a bedpan, and she was acting real crazy, and he was following her and then making sure she was staying in line. So that was interesting. And when I was waiting in line, there was a roaming female patient, and from time to time she would crack her neck or her shoulder. So that was pretty creepy. She never actually got close to me. She was scaring people in other parts of the line, but it was still fun to see that interaction with other people. So the first attraction you go into this year is the administration building. The building itself is really awesome. The entranceway is really imposing, and it really gets you excited for it, and it's lit really well. I have a couple pictures here, and you go in, and it was really good quality, lots of really good sets, lots of really good scares in there. The actors are totally in character at Pennhurst Asylum. They are very crazy. They are really good quality, so great job there, and all the sets were really well done. So I had a really good time in this attraction. There were lots of crazy nurses. There's a particular room where it was really brightly lit, like it was a shock to you because you were previously in a darker room, and it was a very gory autopsy body, and the nurse was covered in blood, and she had a bloody mask on. It's something I'm definitely going to remember from my experience at Pennhurst because it was so memorable because you were in such a bright room and it really stood out. It was very disturbing. Just to let you all know, there are mobile flights of stairs in this attraction. In the beginning of the administration building, there was actually a set where it looked like the top of the building had broken through the ceiling. That was really well done, very detailed. I really enjoyed that. There were lots of really disgusting smells in this attraction. The smell-o-vision was working really well, and there was an area with just an awful nasty smell, and there were mobile toilets in there. They were shooting water at you. If you're scared of heights, there's a section that'll definitely freak you out really bad. I'm not going to ruin the scene for you, but it is really awesome. At the ending of the administration building, you actually get to choose your own fate, and you get to choose where you want to go. So I thought that was interesting. You definitely have to see it for yourself to know what I'm talking about. After the administration building, you walk out and you are in another line, and that line will take you to the morgue, and you will walk down into the morgue. This attraction was very detail heavy. There were tons of really good quality props of dead bodies from Ghost Ride Productions. I really loved all the set dressing and all the props, and mobile props sprayed quote unquote blood on you. It was really water, but that was really cool. Definitely look for the freezer scene in the morgue. It was very detailed with lots of trays of feet, and the interaction I had with the patient in there was actually very unique. I didn't expect it to happen, and it was actually a really cool effect. There are a lot of really neat visuals in the morgue. For example, one area had life-size props of people and these giant pods that were filled with fluid. It was really interesting to look at. Very cool, very well done. After the morgue, you walk up some steps and you'll be back on level ground again, and you'll wait another line to go down into the tunnels of Pennhurst Asylum, and that is where the attraction Containment resides. This attraction had a lot of really good visuals, with lots of cryo chambers, and they had a massive control board with security cameras, where they had video effects, and they had video effects on the cryo chambers as well, telling you what the vitals of the patients in them were. I really enjoyed all those details. There are a lot of really loud sirens in this attraction, and that gets you really nervous, and you're like, what's going to happen? And that makes you really good prey for good quality scares from these crazy doctors. And some actors had face masks on, and other actors were wearing face shields. There are many loud and aggressive patients in this attraction, banging on barrels and walls. Something you have to be ready for in Containment is some of the scare actors will actually follow you, and that really puts you on edge, really is creepy, and you don't know when they're going to try to scare you again. I'm not going to ruin the ending of Containment for you, but it was very impressive and very cool. I really enjoyed it, so I'm very happy they chose that kind of ending, and you'll just have to see it for yourself. After you exit Containment, you will go down the hill, and that'll lead you to the merch stand that is called Wicked Wares. And I think that's a fun name. They have a whole bunch of merchandise with Pennhurst on it. You can get sweatshirts or t-shirts. You can get face masks. You can get beanies. You can get scarves, headbands, a whole bunch of things you can choose from. Mugs. And the mugs are only $5. If you like collecting mugs, they got a Pennhurst mug for only $5. And there's also a little food truck. And I have a picture of the food truck here and of the menu, and you could choose from multiple items there, so you could grab your merch and have a snack before you leave. That was the Haunted Informer. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get a notification every single time I put up a new video. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And I am on social media. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can find all those links in the description below. And what is your favorite part of Pennhurst Asylum? And did you visit Pennhurst Asylum this season yet? And as always, happy hauntings.